So when I was in sixth grade, you guys, I got placed in honors math, which still blows my mind because I'm horrible at math. And I still think there was some sort of like test mix up and I took someone's spot who should have been there because I spent the whole year looking around going, I don't belong here. I tried to hide and I struggled throughout the whole year thinking like I don't belong with all of these really smart math kids. I'm struggling, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I was constantly needing help the entire year. To the point that at the very end of the year, my math teacher and I, we kind of gave each other the look of like, yeah, you should probably be in a different math class, which I was totally fine with because I just felt I don't belong here. And my guess is you have felt like that before. Maybe for you it was when you made the team and you felt like you shouldn't have. Or maybe you were invited into a class like I was and you just went, I don't belong here with all of these kids for some reason. Or maybe you were invited to a party or invited to hang out with a group of friends where you just felt like, man, I am not whatever enough to hang out with these kids. Here's the thing. If you've ever felt like this, you have a lot in common with the people in the Christmas story that we're going to be talking about, where we talk about the coming of God, who is born into this world. That's what we celebrate at Christmas time. But let me go back to before Jesus actually was born, because for thousands of years, the Israelites, God's people, had been waiting for this Messiah to come, who's supposed to come and change everything, to rescue them. And as the excitement built up over those years, people started having these expectations of what this king would look like and how he would come and conquer the Romans and what it was going to be like. In fact, people had these expectations of who was going to be welcomed by this king, who was going to be, his friends. And it probably was going to be kings and rich people and probably the religious leaders. That's who they expected God would come and meet with first, who would get to be with this anointed king who was going to change the world. But the story is very, very different than what everyone expected. Let me show you. It says, and there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Now, next week, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to kind of go into the story a little bit more deeply. But today, for this week, I wanted to point out one key thing that I think is really important for us. Most of us, we don't live around shepherds. We don't experience what it's like to be like them or what they were like, but they weren't the most popular. They weren't the richest or the smartest. That's what made it so interesting that an angel came to them and said, I want you to go and see for yourselves this king who's going to change the world. And I have no idea why God chose the shepherds. I have no idea why he did that, but I can't help think that God was trying to make a point. That God was not just coming to be for the richest or the smartest or the most athletic, the most talented, the most whatever you can think of, the smartest, like I kind of struggled with. But he came for the shepherds. In other words, he came for everyone. He wanted to invite anyone and everyone to come and to see who he was, to meet him. He came for everyone of the entire world. And I love this part of the story. And so why am I saying that this week before we even jump into the story? Because this week, I just want you to come and be present with us at Youth Group. We want everyone to feel like they get to come. It doesn't matter what maybe your church experience is. Maybe you haven't been to church before. Maybe you had a bad experience. Maybe you feel like, I don't even know if I believe in God, or I'm not even sure if I understand all of this church stuff. Maybe you feel like you have to be a certain way in order to come and hang out with us at Youth Group. Well, just like God invited the shepherds, I want to invite you. You're invited. You're invited to come and see for yourself. This week, we're actually going to have this really fun Let It Glow party to sort of kick off this Christmas series where we're going to be talking about this Christmas story. So here's the thing I want you to know. You belong. You are invited. So this week, come get dressed up in your favorite Christmas garb. In fact, yes, I am so excited for our Let It Glow Christmas party, and we want to invite you to come. You do not have to get all dressed up. If you love to, please go for it. It makes it fun, but you don't have to. We really want the real you to come and to feel comfortable and to feel like you're welcome. We want the real you to be there. That might surprise you, but Jesus is actually pretty surprising. So come and join us this Thursday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. We have a lot of games. We have some prizes planned. We have some Christmas crafts, and we're going to do a little Christmas tree decorating competition. Everyone gets their own little mini Christmas tree. It's going to be a lot of fun. So invite your friends. Make sure you register online so that you can save your spot. But we are excited to see you because remember, you are invited. So why not come and check it out?